Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐂, talk about investing, finance, and professional development. So current time of 5:30 p.m. on Eastern Time on September 6th on Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great week so far. We are coming back from the post-Labor Day weekend. And respect to overall crypto market and the equity market today has been relatively volatile. And we saw that on the technical front, we were forming a golden cross, which allowed for a more of an organic buying pressure earlier today, reaching to be above 1650 earlier today. And as we reach to a peak level, and you look in closely with respect to the peaky point on the daily, you can see that we reached to a point of 1685 earlier today. But as you know, obviously the momentum could not hold because you could see clearly, a resistance block that we formed on the 26th of August was at exactly 1700, right? So as we got there, we got canceled out, despite the golden cross, and also at the same time, as the market derays throughout the day, as we approach around 2:30 p.m. on the Eastern Time, that's when my signal on my phone start blowing up saying that the interest rates start spiking again, which subsequently reverse the technical momentum. And you can see that also the VIX right now is also up about 4% so far, while the overall markets got just kind of normalized despite we were kind of up early throughout the day. So it is what it is, right? Obviously, when interest rate rises, everything get mitigated, and the logic behind it is because most companies, have some sort of debt in their balance sheet. So if you incur more debt onto your financial statements, right? I don't need to break it down to three financial statements, but on a very simplistic manner, as the debt rate increases, that means you have to pay a high level of debt. So that means it will squeeze your profitability margin. So when that happens, doesn't just applicable to regular folks' debt, but this is applicable across the entire macro system on the corporate side, residential side, and even the governmental side as well. So with that being said, it mitigates and subsequently allow for people to liquidate and sell off from there. And for Ethereum, it gets direct correlations to the equity market and obviously the whole financial market. It allow us to come back down to break the level of 1650 as the first level, but reaching down to just a hair away from 1550 again, right? So let's just dive into technical without wasting more time. Again, the news that are happening are it's going to be more of a foreshadow perspective. I mean, we do have one catalyst that's coming on Wednesday, which is Apple's big iPhone 14 event kickoff that's happening. But with respect to the next week, it's going to be more volatile, right? On the 13th and 14th is going to be the CPI and the PPI report. The 15th is going to be the merge, which is the world is waiting for. And as we get, catalysts around those couple of different factors combined with earnings, we should be able to articulate well onto, or at least have some sort of assumption, that's predictable on what Jerome is going to be doing, right? Because ultimately the Fed's mandate on the rate hike, despite two consecutive 75 basis point we've have had so far, are we going to go with another 75 basis point, or are we going to go with something a little bit more tolerable, right? Or are we going to go with something a little bit more severe? So we have to see. So let's just dive into technical without wasting more time. Respect to recording time of 5:33 p.m. on the Eastern Time. We are at 1584 right now. It's interesting that with respect to the technical, you could see that we try to fuse together. We formed a golden cross recently, but immediately got fused together because of the rate heights that we've seen on the treasury yields. And right now we are kind of gliding on a sideways fashion, pending on where we're going. And with respect to weekly, you could see that we are quite bearish still, right? So seeing levels down, coming down to 1450, 1250, even 1000 can be a possibility, knowing the fact that we do have some level of leap down. And as we approach the more volatile time, right, which is coming in the next couple of days and weeks, we should see some lower level before we recuperate and rebound on a monthly front. You could see that monthly looks quite bullish, so we should ideally see some bullish pressure ahead. In respect to Bitcoin, you could see something comparable. You could see we are still crossed down for quite some time with the 41 up 70 for quite some time as well. Weekly we are looking for a level of leap down, so some normalization is going to be very logical. And on a daily right now, you could see that we have been leaping down for quite some time. You could see that this is quite interesting, huh? We broke the 19 or basically 20,000, and we're heading down to 1850, which if you look at it historically, 1850 was the level that we reached before. Obviously, we got even lower to 1750, 17,500. So not 1750. So right now we are about to bounce as well. We are at the 31 out of 70, looking for a bounce at 28 out of 70. So Bitcoin looks like a sweet buy at the moment right now. I do like this a lot actually. So Bitcoin seems to be holding it together despite it looks quite bearish. It's still sliding off the cliff, and obviously because of the upward wedge we've been forming so far, right? And with respect to classic, you could see that whatever goes up really, really fast come down just as fast. So it seems like the momentum is kind of shifting right now. You could see that we've crossed up for quite some time, and now we're looking for a sell-off, right? You could see that as the rate hikes go up, we sell down. So this is just something that's very logical, especially classic or other altcoin that's a little bit more price sensitive compared to other stable coins. It's a very logical behavior, right? You could see it also on a weekly is quite bearish, but on the monthly it looks quite bullish at the moment right now. Just looking at Dogecoin right now, just I'm touching on some of the other altcoin as well, which I typically don't. You could see that, wow, we are still reversing down. We've been crossing down for quite some time. We are at the 37 out of 70, looking for a cross up right now. So Dogecoin is selling off, especially on the fact that weekly looks still bearish at the moment. We should ideally see a little bit more downward pressure to 27 out of 70 before we run up on the monthly, right? So similar to how the other ones are talking about so far. And on Cardano as well, looking quite similar, I would say, right? Still bearish. I would say Cardano is even more bearish, right? You can see that we crossed up for quite some time, looking at a cross down. So Cardano is extremely bearish at the moment. Look at Solana right now. Just right now it's about to cross up, so it's looking for some fuse up together. Weekly is looking for a cross down, so similar to Ethereum, which makes sense. They do trade quite comparably. And on the monthly right now, we are looking for some leap up right now. So definitely be careful on this one. XRP is down 2%, similar in terms of the momentum. Yeah, I would say it's very similar to Ethereum. So I would say XRP is trading just as similar. Polkadot, let me just take a look. It looks quite similar as well. Bearish, bearish, bullish. Yeah, same thing. Let me just take a look at this one as well. Algorand's down 6% right now. Bullish on monthly, bearish on a weekly, bearish on a daily. So yeah, I think Algorand's trading very similar to Cardano. Shiba Inu down 5% so far. Yeah, daily looks bearish. Yeah, daily looks okay. Weekly looks bearish, and then monthly looks bullish, I would assume. Yep, exactly. Polygon, lastly. Monthly looks bullish. Weekly looks bearish. Daily looks bearish too. Wow. Okay, so there is kind of a binary factor in between the altcoin side of the spectrum. AVAX looks bullish on a daily. Weekly looks bearish. Monthly looks bullish. Okay, just look at Luna for no reason. So daily looks bullish. Weekly looks whatever. It looks quite kind of messed up, the chart. Daily looks, oh my, yeah, I don't think like Terra is even like we even be able to perform a technical analysis because a lot of pump and dump. So the technical does not hold for Luna, unfortunately. All right, so sorry for going off tangent a little bit, but I appreciate you guys for staying still. Yeah, I mean, it's oftentimes quicker to just like get the updates from my Patreon, which get the updates on a piece of paper. You just read it, so you don't have to wait for me to speak on it. So you don't have to jump around the video. And I'm not the best presenter, so I understand my flaws as well. But I appreciate you for staying until this point of this video. And tomorrow's going to be quite busy day. It's going to be a quite busy week ahead as well. But I look forward to it. It's going to be a very productive couple of days. Stay tuned, and I'll check you on the next one. Take care.